Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ace LAN losers bracket final. Yeah, it sounds quite because you're gonna incorrect when you put it Ace LAN when we are online currently. Just for the reason that we couldn't finish the last couple of games on LAN due to it getting too late. And yeah, Brad was there, and Brad's joining me for this casting between Ace and Raw. So welcome, Brad.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you, Dolly, for having me. Thank you so much. Yeah. As you were saying, yeah, I was at the LAN events, and unfortunately, they were a little bit like the matches were a little bit too close, most of them, and unfortunately, yeah, we did run out of time for the event. I think we had like 3 or 4 or even 5 matches that we still had to play, and it was already 11 or midnight at that time on the Saturday night. So unfortunately, that's why we're playing the remainder of these matches online. Yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, as I said, it is unfortunately that we had to come to this, as most people would like to play for money when it's on LAN, and equal chance for anyone to basically win that. But we'll quickly just have a chat. Big thing that came out today regarding ACGL, a big thing for the community regarding Call of Duty, is there is a 50,000 rand tournament that will be held in Cape Town. I think it's where is it? The Gold Reef?
Grand West.
Grand West, sorry, Grand West.
Grand West.
And will be held there. So that's huge from ACGL for COD.
It's huge. That's huge. Much yeah. A big shout out to the guys over at ACGL. All of us in COD today know very well how hard these guys actually work for us, for the community and everything behind the scenes. And yeah, I think that the feedback that the community gave to them is very positive, and yeah, it can really go up from here for the rest of the year. It's a great start towards the year.
Yeah, it's insane if you only think about it. It's January, and you're having tournaments that reaching 50,000. That was our maximum last year that we were already talking about. And that's the beginning of Jan.
Exactly.
So that's really awesome. I know some people are still waiting to hear from Metal State, but unfortunately we have not heard anything from them yet. So let's hope they do come to the party as well. But just quickly following up, we have minor lands that ACGL as well has put out there, and I think those minor lands are not this weekend coming. Then next weekend there's a 2v2 tournament, and that will be held at UCT in Cape Town. That's just a 2v2, little fun tournament. And then after that weekend, I think it's on the 20th. No, let me just have 100% look here for you. The two.
I'd rather make sure
that. Yeah, the sec. I think it's the third. Yeah, the third is that 4v4 tournament. Also held, but that one will be held at MWeb Game Zone, and that's a minor, one of the minor lands. And then after that, in Feb. I think it's a Feb the 24th and the 25th is that huge 50k tournament in Cape Town. Hopefully you can get all your teams down, save up money, get your team here. Really awesome to have everyone in Cape Town again.
I definitely want to come down.
Yeah, dude, like I said,
I live in Joburg, but I definitely want to come down.
Yeah, you definitely have to come down. Something we can't miss. You know, you're going away, so you need to come say goodbye. Yeah, you know.
It's more than just away. It's more than just away. It's like setting up my new life and everything over in Europe. So it's big. So yeah, I really want to come down and say hi and bye to everyone again, especially like all the guys who aren't in the vicinity of me, as in Joburg and stuff. So yeah, 100%. All the guys that are online. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, can't wait. And then quickly, exactly. just to recap, I was unfortunately not at that LAN, so I don't know too much about the results. Brad, just catch us up. Teams that stood out for you, teams that actually made a good run, and even the players. Who do you think actually stood out for you?
Oh, what's nice about it is that it's from what I saw, it wasn't the same old players that you'll see year in year out, as in obviously like Robbie and Vadex and all those other guys, because those guys will always be the standout guys. There were a lot of guys who are sort of new and stood out a little bit more. Okay, so obviously, for example, Rip AJ or Cyanide. He was struggling over the last couple of years with the new movements and such, but now, in my opinion, he's back. He's playing that main anchor role, I believe, for his guard-born side, and he's playing it very, very, very well from what I saw at the Ace LAN. And then you're going to see players such as Hypes, who plays for Ace as well. Also, he played extraordinarily well at the LAN. Also, he was a very solid player before this year, but I think this year with this new title, I think he's stepped it up a notch. And then for teams-wise, I think, in my opinion, outside of the top six, the top six,
Yeah.
I think there was a big gap. So from maybe the top six and then below that, I think there was a big gap. I think that those guys in the top six area were just far more stronger and far more knowledgeable of the game. So yeah, the usual, obviously, xFam, Godborn, Ace, all those guys, Rawr, obviously, those guys I just think are miles above the rest who competed, unfortunately. But still, the competition was very good, and yeah, the final matches of the LAN on the Saturday evening were very close and very, very hotly contested. As you, I hope that a lot of you guys saw who are watching the winners final between, I believe it was Ace and xFam, went to a map 5, Ace getting reverse sweep, and that was a sight to see. It was very contested.
I've watched that one myself when you guys were streaming. It was a really, really good game. xFam only woke up earlier or a bit later on that map, so they then came back for that one. But I must say, one team that's really like a team that can be reckoned with is this Ace team. And I think if they do stick together and if they do work together, I really do see potential in them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously, it's a new roster. These guys, I don't believe that they had their team before this year, but I think that these guys with the chem that they have, and just with like how they're working together, it's working really well. And I think they've actually found something great here. From what I saw on the weekend, from their performances and such, I think they are forced to be reckoned with within the new season that's fast approaching us.
Yeah, and that is around the corner, as I did mention about all the LANs that's coming up, and even the online tournaments like the 2K this Sunday as well. Please don't forget to sign up for that, and even bigger, please don't forget to sign up for the VS Gaming Championship that is through the whole season of Call of Duty. Please do go sign up for that. It's really, really important. But coming to this match, I'm just going to explain to you quickly how the hosting is going to work. Unfortunately, we do not have a neutral, so it will be Ace hosting map 1, 3 and 5 if it goes the distance, where Rawr will be hosting map 2 and 4. Now let me bring
Came up against. They just took the hard point in the CTF just with absolute comfort. I don't think that they had much struggle. I think that the only teams that they did struggle in the respawn game mode was obviously that xFam side, which obviously that was their only loss to on the weekend. So yeah, as you were saying, for this first one that's coming up now for the hard points, I do have to favour that Ace Gaming side 100%.
Yeah, I think Ace Gaming at the moment is a bit more well oiled, you could say. I really do think they might just come on top on this matchup, but it's online, it's not LAN. Anything can happen, and we'll now jump in straight away to this Saint Marie hard point, and off the back, who are you backing and your scoreline for this one? Brad.
Oh, me. I'm going to say definitely Ace. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to say Ace, and I'm going to say 250. I'm going to say 250 to 140. 250 to 140 in favor of the Ace side.
Might just agree with you. I do think it will go 250 to 180 something there roundabout for the Ace team. Please, people in the chat, welcome to you as well. If you just joined us, this is a losers bracket final of the Ace LAN. Unfortunately, is moved to online due to the times that the venue was available. So this is an online matchup, and please leave us your prediction in the chat. We'd like to get to them, and if you're not yet subscribed, or please drop a follow there. Do subscribe. You'll get an awesome hello from Conor McGregor there as well when you do subscribe. And I see here Jason Volmerans is saying Raw will be taking the series 3-1. And Clint is being the negative one in this chat. I know he's always the one saying, listen here, keep all this negativity out and all that. But he's the one coming in here and just saying losers with capitals.
Definitely.
You know, it just
I don't appreciate that, Clint.
Yeah, it just
we
doesn't.
don't appreciate that negative comment.
Yes.
we don't appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, Jason says, trust me, we'll take it 3-1. And who the hell is this guy? But just read the last name, Kukamur, saying Ace 3-0. So that's a straight 3-0. And then Renato is in there as well, saying Raw 250, 185. But just looking at this, we can already see this is going to be very, very close. And I can't wait for this to get underway.
I hope it goes the distance. I really hope it does. I would love to see that.
Well, hopefully it goes the distance, but hopefully you can still, just push that with us. Because I know Brad has to leave at 8:30, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. Then he has to go. So then afterwards, I will be joined by Natrick or Brendan, as you guys know him from IW. Just make sure you're in caster there, Brad.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, so here we go. St. Mary Hardpoint. Oh, let's start off with. I saw your tweet last week after the LAN, and you said the one guy that really surprised you was Hypes, Kyle. And I think I think we're just gonna start with him and see how it goes from there.
I agree. I think his role on this side is definitely going to be that main SMG Slayer role or that roamer in a sense. I think that's going to be him. Why am I seeing 5 players on the one side? Have they agreed to that? I hope they have. I'm sure they have.
They should have, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's quickly run through the classes that these guys have. It's Kyle Hypes running the PPSH with a grip and quick draw, running the Semtex. But I see he's using armored and energetic, so that's a different one you would see. Yeah, just for the stuns. I know a lot of teams play with the stuns. Oh, Trubsy is one barring for some reason. Oh, that's not very good. That's really not good. They probably will end it. Yeah. Just for in case we don't want to have any one boss. Crypto Waffle. I think that account should be deleted. Ryan, you've been through a couple of teams already, and you're still here with your crypto account.
Definitely. And he's backing his boy Curry. I'm not going to say that word, but that is Kalen. That is going to be insane tank.
Oh, so you know.
Yes, I know. I teamed with Ryan and I teamed with Tank or Kalen, and that was the nickname that Ryan or Waffle gave to Kalen right off the bat as you started teaming. So I believe that Waffle will be backing the guys from Raw. And then I see Matthew Toy is saying 3-1 to Ace. Grizzly Wrecking is saying 3-2 to Raw. And yeah, so very, very mixed predictions here, hey Dalray. Very mixed.
Yeah, you can't pick it. Like everyone's saying this team, no, that team. But at the end of the day, there's only going to be one that's going to go through and potentially go beat the xFam. That is Ryan Waffle, Robbie Kovs, Nato, Renato, and then you got Sharky Jamie, and they're not a team to say, but they are definitely people to watch out for. And I see Andrea there. Thanks for the follow. There you were greeted by your beautiful Conor McGregor. Andrea, that's the Ace Gaming CEO. And now now we just wait. Hopefully he sorts his shit out and we can get this underway. I'm just gonna bring the maps.
Or has it reset?
I think he's going to reset. Yeah, and Orbit Scott, thanks for the subscribing. I'll just bring up the maps for you guys again if you have missed it. And
there you go.
yeah, you know, just looking at the maps, it's gonna be insanely close. Renato da Silva, thanks Renato for that one as well. Mr. Vinko himself, captain of Vinko Gaming, COD side of course. Thanks for the follow there. But yeah, just let's quickly talk through the year, Brad. As I said, ACGL, they now announced a couple of big LANs, small LANs. It's insane from them. They backing us 100%. Then we got a zombie gamer as well that's working hand on hand with ACGL. So that's brilliant as well. Steven, thanks for the subscription there, buddy. Then we have Ace, even the org themselves, hosting some LANs in Joburg. So that's huge. If there are any of you guys that are willing to throw LANs, or not even if they have a prize pool, just getting together, really do so. It does grow the community, get the guys closer, you know.
Any influence
yeah,
would be great.
any influences are very, very much appreciated. But as I said, we're going to jump on board with Hypes. Just another thing quick, Brad, is the new thing with that comes with Codcaster is if I control my controller and I choose Hypes on your side, you'll be watching Hypes as well. So all you can do is put your controller down and enjoy the casting with me. And yeah, we'll jump on board with Hypes. And we'll quickly bring up the mini-map so you can see from here, just to see where all the players will be going. And I do think it's Hypes that will be pushing in, but 3 from the opposing team will be pushing in, and hopefully they can pick off Hypes.
Let's get on ready for the side of the eSports 3 actually. The only kill that's going in the favor of the guys from Raw is Reigns, and he does drop immediately. So right off the back, Dalray, Ace with the first 10, 11, 12 points right off the back with the first hard point.
Yeah, perfectly. But as you can see there, that's exactly what Ace needed. They needed to push that first hill, then look for the next spawn point will be at the next hill at the back there by the second hill. We can jump on board with Heats. You can see he's already set up at the winery lot, so he's just waiting now for the side of Raw to be pushing him. And you can see from your mini-map there, ladies and gentlemen, they are all set up. It's all up to Raw now to break this, and we'll jump on board with it is Jay from the south and see if he can break it.
Definitely, yeah. We're gonna so he's gonna be at the top of your mini map there, waiting for his teammates. Unfortunately, he does drop. And if I'm on board with the number 6 over there, that's gonna be Tank. He's gonna be waiting for his teammates. He does drop, unfortunately. Now, what these Raw guys are doing right now, and they've actually just done it, is they've broken the spawns right now, and they have the spawns for their team. As you can see, and Ace guys are spawning out in the very middle of your mini map there in the top left-hand corner. Now they have the hill control with the last 30 seconds remaining, and hopefully they can hold those scraps and then rotate to the next hill. But it looks like if you're up on board with Kyle Hypes, he's gonna opt to go to the next hill right now and watch for that push through the field on the right hand side of your mini map, and watch the guys from Raw to push through. And he's aware that these players are going to be pushing through. As you can see, he's waiting. Unfortunately, he does turn around, unfortunately. These gunfights, it's very close right now, as you can see. The first hill was held quite a bit by the Ace guys, and now for the second hill it was held also a little bit by the Ace guys, but then ultimately the guys from Raw taking the bigger chunk of that hill. And now onto the third one. Looks like Ace are holding the first initial seconds of this hill, but Raw are seeming to be pushing the spawn area and looking to break this hill, alright?
Yeah, no, that was perfect from Raw, I could say, in that first hill at winery lot. Yeah, 4 down, and that's exactly what Ace needed. But still, Raw spawning at the back. Ace needs to be sending one, and that is Heats now sent right at the back. So now they secured that spawn. But going back to that first one, that first hill on winery lot, that's exactly what Raw needed to do. They need to push all 4 into that hill. They broke Ace with ease and got that remaining sequence or majority of it, and that's why they have that 48 points, because they've got none from this heal to show at all, as it was all Ace.
Definitely, definitely. And now, if you look at the next hill at this lookout tower on the far left hand side of your mini-map over there, you're going to see again Ace are very well set up. They actually have tank coming through the middle of the map. He does get a team kill on range, so unfortunately he has the last alive for his team. His teammates are going to come through the middle of the map there and behind him. He chooses to challenge that guy outside the hill. I don't agree with that play from tank. He should have stayed down and waited for his teammates there, Dalray. He didn't have any support from his side. So now again, Ace have control of the hill after Rawr rotating early. Ace is breaking the setup on Rawr with ease, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That play that Rawr just costed that hill for them was probably down to the communication. They should have told him, listen, just hang a bit, we're going to be there, then we can force stack this thing. But unfortunately, Ace took advantage, and Hype's getting a nice kill there on range, as he's now pushing to that first hill, but unfortunately, Jay from the south drops from above and takes care of him.
Definitely, and now we're going into the next hill again. Again, from what I saw, Rawr rotating early again, but these Ace guys are just too strong within the gunfights, and they keep on taking the hill right off the bat. Look, and there's Carl with another 2-pace in the hill. Again, he's slaying up so well for his side, and like, no matter if Rawr are hitting early, these Ace guys are just getting the kills in the rotation, in the spawns, in the hill, and that's why they're doubling the score of the Rawr guys, as you can see in the top middle of your screen right now, guys. So it just comes down to those gunfights. You can rotate early, you can play the spawn and everything, but if you don't, there you go.
Yeah.
But if you don't win those gunfights, like, then it's pointless. So you have to win those gunfights. It's so important.
It really does feel like Rawr is taking this too slow at the moment. You could see it that first heal, where with the second rotation, you could have seen there that Rawr took their time to get in there and ultimately just got slayed out. But fortunately they got the spawn, but they are 90 points behind, so they really need a big play, breaking this hill and then keeping it for the majority of the time, as it's in the hands of Ace yet again.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, there they got it.
You're gonna see, yeah, there you go. So now, I don't agree with the guys from Rawr. You see now, I believe it was Reigns who was playing the back spawns, and then he opts to move away from that. Now I don't agree with it, because that means that that the two Ace players, number 1 and number 2, that being Orbits and Heat, got into those spawns, and ultimately that means that the Rawr guys were going to spawn out. Now you're going to see Orbits is going to be the only player on the bottom side of your mini-map. He's going to be waiting for these other Rawr players to come and challenge him in the back here for these spawns. He did see one player, he did not opt to challenge him.
This is really huge. If he turns on the guy on his left as well, unfortunately not. That's a big play from Jay from the south. He needs to keep that down. He needs support as well, and I do think the support is coming in there from Reigns, as he's trying to keep it, but is he gonna fall? No, he's not. He's gonna get the hits as well. Oh, unfortunately does not get hits, as he now keeps the spawn for his team, but it's all up from Rawr, so they need to break this ASAP, as there's still 40 seconds left.
They need to push it right now.
Yeah, push.
Push it right now, immediately.
But still, yet again, they are waiting. Yeats gets in. They waited too long yet again, and Yeats is causing havoc. One guy, that's what I'm saying, one guy is causing havoc for 4 other players, where Rawr should have just pushed them, get advantage of the hill, get that spawn, and set up for next. There's 16 seconds left, and that's all they have to show.
Exactly, and that's what you said before. Rawr were just playing way too slow. In that last situation there at the previous hill, there were 3 or 4 players up for Rawr, and only 1 or 2 players in the hill for the Ace Gaming side. But then again, they took way too long, thus allowing the remaining Ace players who just spawned up to come and support their players in the hill. They were taking way too long, just like you said earlier, Dalray.
I would like to jump on board now with Adam quickly and see what Adam's doing. He's just laying down in hill with an AR. Oh, a stank takes care of him. Absolutely tanks him as his game attack. Yeah, 4 dead, and they've got control. They need to keep it. 35 seconds left of this hill. We'll quickly jump on board with Rawr Homsey. He's got top control. Really important when on this lookout post. for that lookout post heal, as I said. But
There's
now
a
he
sub, though.
goes
I don't
down.
agree with that.
Not at all.
He did have a sub, though, and he was. I don't agree with that. It should be Reigns. It should be somebody
Yeah.
else with an AR playing that top middle window and watch over the hard point. Because obviously, if you have that AR, you have the like the better ranged weapon. Obviously, in the close range engagements, you're gonna want that submachine gun. So I don't agree with that. Like, yeah, I agree with the fact that you do need a player up in that top window, but it was the wrong player with the wrong gun at that time, unfortunately.
Oh, Adam needs to get the skill. He does get the Blixum in there and does get another one. Does he get the second? No. Unfortunately, Tank kills his own teammate but takes care of hits. And the control's still in the favor of Ace. Ace is 40 points away from taking this first map. Oh my goodness, Hypes do team kills, and that's 4 down.
That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So now you're going to see Raw are going to be having full control of this,
Raw needs this new
middle hard points.
Raw needs this new spawn as quick as possible. As you can see, player number 1 being Adam. Oh, it has spawned out. Adam has spawned out. So now Raw has control of that next hill, and that's huge. They need to keep the whole of this hill coming at this winery lot. So they need to take care of this and keep the majority, if not all of it, just to take this map even further, or potentially just taking this map away from Ace.
But is it too little, too late? As you can see, Ace only needs 17 points, whereas the guys from Raw need 90 points as of right now. They need 80 points right now. So it's a too little, too late. And as you can see, look in the spawns, in the spawns. Here's the spawns right now. That's Ace. That's Ace. That's a good spawn. So they can win it right off here, right now. But as you can see, the kills are going in the favor of Raw. 3 dead in the favor of Raw. Last player up, that was going to be Hypes. He does opt to contest the hill. He does see a player, that player does drop. So they are contesting the hill. That's good on their part.
This is crucial kills.
Raw are going to
Raw arms, it's all up to him.
Are going to be these last ones.
All up to him. That player can still push him. Nope. He decides to back off. That is hits. We'll jump on board with him. He does back out now. So, but we can see again, number 5 being Reigns. He's already set up for next, and this is really good from Raw. So they just need to keep out Trubsy and his teammates, that is Ace, as far as possible away from this hill.
If you look at player number 2, that's he snuck behind everyone, and he's actually got the spawns for his teammates there. As you can see, player number 3 and player number 4.
Oh, he hits! Does he get the third? Oh my!
He picks up 3. That's game.
Yeah, that's it.
Right there. That has to be game. Big kill. Okay. Hold off. One more push for these guys from Raw, and that'll be map. 100%. These guys need to push the hill. They need to push the hill. That's map.
That's map.
Well played to the guys from Ace.
No,
that last push there, that play from Heat, that last final play from Heat won in the game. Right off the bat there. That's 3-piece.
That is really good from the side of Ace. When they did lose spawns, they snuck around the back, got it back, and ultimately that's what won them this game, is spawns. And just when pushing a hill, when knowing, listen here, there is 1 guy left in this hill, there's 2 guys left in this hill, let's 4-stack this hill and get it back. And that's exactly what they did. Just looking at the hill time, you can see from Ace, not 1 player below a minute. And now from Raw, you could see that Reigns, well, obviously you can see Reigns was the slayer for the team, as he did drop 32 seconds
he was
for
that
them.
anchor roll.
Yeah. So
he was that anchor roll,
so
definitely.
Unfortunately, you can't judge him on that, but that was a really good game from Ace. As I said, we don't have a neutral host, so they will be swapping between hosts, and I think it's now Raw will be hosting from Raw. Not 100% sure.
Yes, definitely. Yes, they will be, definitely.
I'm just not sure who from Raw will be hosting. But yeah, as I said, I'll get to that. But yeah, ultimately, well done to Ace. First map does go to them. 250, I think it was, to 160. What?
No, it was 200 and something, definitely. I can't see right now because I'm not in my custom games.
Yeah.
I hope I can go into.
Yeah, there we go. 250 to 215. To the side of Ace.
A lot closer than what I said.
Yeah, really, it's actually quite close. Someone called it quite close here. Let me just scroll down here. 250 to 185. Renato said to Raw. So that's just swapped around, you could almost say. But
Yes.
as I said, really well done to Ace on that first one. Yes, just to look at the maps again.
The players from Raw, they were 80% of the time they were the first team to rotate to the next hill and claim those first initial spawns, which they did, and that's good. But the thing is, they did not win those first initial gunfights to hold it for the second wave of kills. They kept on losing the spawns, they kept on losing the hill control and whatnot, and ultimately, in my opinion, that's what lost them that match, or that map rather, right there.
Yep, do agree with you. But now we're jumping into USS Texas S&D. Probably not most people's favorite map to play S&D, but it's definitely an interesting one. I did watch the CWL of New Orleans this weekend, and when it comes to this map, very, very important is that sniper. Just sitting back, watching your angle, and ultimately, if you don't get the shot in, that at least you give communication to your teammates saying, listen, here's one, here's two. So it's going to be very, very important from both sides to maybe have a sniper back, just checking over angles. I do think it will probably be Adam from the side of Ace that will be having that sniper. But I can see already people. Yeah, definitely. I can already see people from the side of in the chats giving their prediction. I'll get to mine and Brad's now, but just looking at you, Natrick is saying 60 to Ace. Janio is saying, oh, they stopped it quick. I don't know what's the problem. Janio is saying 6-5 to Raw. Gary is saying 6-4 to Raw. I see most people favoring the side of Raw. Brad, were you going for this S&D?
I was gonna say earlier as well, like if you look at these two rosters, it's very much based on newer players on the side of Ace, newer or younger players on the side of Ace, and then if you look at the Raw side, it's a lot more experience than the older guys, as you can see. And just from that, like I know that Tank and Reigns and Harmsy and Jay from the South are very good S&D players. I know that from their past and everything, and just from their experience. And so obviously they're going to play a lot more slow and methodical, and I think in this game, that is the defining factor for a good S&D team. Slow and methodical, and just that. I think I'm going to give it 6-3 or 6-4 to the guys from Raw. That's my prediction there, Daro.
Like I said, S&D is one of those games that can go either way. But I've seen Ace play against Ventus on this map, S&D. Like I don't know. I haven't seen Raw at all, so I can't really take into account the side of Raw. But I'm gonna listen to you mostly and just say I think it's gonna go to around 11, and it's going to go to the side of Raw. I do think. But who do you want to jump on board with?
I don't see any snipers, unfortunately, but I think I would want to go on board with Kyle, because I believe that he's going to be the player to look at to get those first bloods and initial picks. So as you can see, he's going to be pushed up onto that A side and the top of their base, top of their captain's deck, and he's just going to be waiting for any rush here. He does spot a player. Actually, I don't have my X-ray on.
I think he did spot him. I don't know if he's going to push him, but let's quickly jump on board with Tank, as I think Tank is going to push right around, as first blood does go to the side of Raw. So they've got a man advantage, 3 versus 4. We'll see what the side of I can see Hypes is just sit, or not Hypes, sorry. Is it Harmsy that's now pushing on their top captains?
And these guys from Ace are just gonna wait for anybody from Raw just to put a foot out of line and try get a pick just to even out those numbers. That's what they're doing right now. As you can see, Adam is watching the flank, and Kyle is just watching this top deck of their captains. And there you go, 4v2 in the favor of Raw, as you can see, and Tank getting traded out. That is going to be a 3v2 situation with one down. 1v3. Last person alive is going to be Heat. He's going to be defending the side.
They definitely know where he is. Those he finds us. Oh, good. Don't stack. Almost stacking there.
So weak.
Yeah, definitely. Almost stacking there for Heat. but that first round goes to the side of Raw. One of the biggest things when it comes to S&D is that first bloods. That first blood is really crucial. It almost sets the trend for your S&D game. So when you do get that first blood, telling your team, okay, now let's just sit back, let them push us, and we'll see what comes from it. So really important is that first blood. Let's jump on board with Jay from the south, quick. As we can see him with his PPSH, quick draw and grip. He's gonna push right to the bottom, gets, eats. Oh my goodness, he absolutely tanks hits.
That he should have won.
That's definitely not one.
In my opinion. Definitely not. He's 2-0. He is 2-0 right now, and I actually want to hop on board with Reigns. He has that sniper rifle. You're watching the left-hand side here. You're just going to be watching over...
Oh, Adam.
Get sniped by Adam Orbit.
Let's jump on board with him. The guy with the sniper,
right now.
As I said, it's probably him with a sniper in his hand. We'll see what Tank can do for his team. It's Tank and Jay from the south. They most definitely need to play this together and hopefully take this round away from Ace as they have the advantage.
Tank does spot Adam, he does challenge him, he does get the trade. Now it's evened out at 2v2. Tank and Jay are both together, so they are in the midst of trading each other.
Hype gets the kill.
Exactly, 1v2 situation, and Tank is going to be the last one.
Oh!
Does drop to Kyle Hypes, and Kyle is just winning gunfights left, right, and center.
No, he's a warrior.
Has he lost? He's a warrior. How many gunfights has this man lost? He is playing so well with that PPSH. He's right now, he's 3-1. He's 3-1, and every single head-on-head gunfight that I've seen him come across, he's won. He's so good with that PPSH in this game. It is ridiculous.
From the start, I could say that Hype's probably the guy to look out for in this early time of the season, and we'll see what they can do. We'll keep it on this Skycam, and we'll see where both teams push. We can see Heats, Hypes, and Orbits pushing there. Jay from the south is already bottom. Yeah, just bottom there. We'll jump on. Yeah, we'll jump on board with him quick. And we'll see what he does with his angles. He's just sitting back waiting for anyone to be pushing him. But just plays it slow. First blood. Oh no. First blood went to the side of Raw. And then Ace traded that out by Ace now.
Carl again with another kill.
Yeah. Insane Tank and Jay from the south. Same people that was left alive in the previous round. We'll see if they can change the result in this one.
Bomb has gone down to the side of Ace. Carl winning another gunfight. He is 5-1 at this moment. He's on a 4-kill streak. And the last player alive is going to be Jay from the south. He does come to Carl. He does drop Carl off of his 4-kill streak, and Jay still in that 1v2 situation. Now remember, he still needs to defuse that bomb. He has 25 seconds to do so. He is getting shot in the back. So he opts to go down to the opposite side.
He needs to do this quick. He needs to do this quick. He does find one. Will he find the last one? Where he was on 1v3. No way. I just wanted to think he's gonna go. Oh, he does spot him. Nope.
He does lose that gunfight. I think that if he stuck that defuse, I rate that he might have just gotten that.
Yeah.
It's a gamble. Yep. But I think that he might have just gotten that, alright?
I don't know. I do think Adam probably being in his ear there. Go check bomb. Go check bomb. Go check bomb. But yeah, great plays there from each. Almost Jay from the south getting that 1v3, but unfortunately does fall too far apart, too close actually. And we'll actually jump on board with Trubsy. I haven't seen too much of Trubsy. If I can get to him, I don't know.
From the south does get first blood, and that's big. That is big if you're the attacking side on USS Texas, but it is traded out. Orbits dropping range with his sniper rifle from the side of it. There you go. It's a sniper. So even out at a 3v3. Raw Harmsy is going to be on the bomb side, not opting to plant just yet.
Oh, Orbits again! Where's Orbits? Let's jump on board with him.
That is a big pick, because that's the bomb planter, and he knows it.
Yeah. And look again, I think it's Insane, and Jay from the south unfortunately does fall.
There you go, 1v2.
Insane Tank, left alone, 1v2.
1v2, definitely. I just think that's the side of Raw, I just think they're playing way too aggressive when they shouldn't be. I mean, Tank and Jay from the south have been the final two remaining, I think, for every single attacking round on this USS Texas map. Tank does spot.
Oh!
Let's pick up the one that does
Sheesh.
get traded out. Ooh,
Yeah.
that would have been a very
Yeah,
nasty
Insane Tank almost
1v2.
taking that player's head off as well. But Orbits, I think, got a 3 people there in that round. So he did really good for his team. And the score
very
now
well, yes.
3-1 to the side of Ace, looking to take or extend the series to 2-0 on their favor. And we'll see if they can do so. We'll jump on board with Adam. Adam has not missed any snipes that I've seen so far, so let's see if he can pick up even more.
You're gonna see Reigns in his scope. Does he manage to pick him up? He doesn't see him just yet. Reigns is there though. Oh, he didn't manage to see Reigns. Reigns is still there. Reigns is just gonna play.
Yeah, he does see him.
He does see the player.
Nope.
He does whiff the shot. He does whiff the shot. And
The,
it does go
the
down
big
in
thing for
favour
me
of Ace
is
right
now Jay from the south. He was their top captains. He's causing some havoc there. Does now spot Hypes. Oh, does he get the kill? No, Hypes gets that kill.
Hypes with the two
Yeah.
piece. Hypes with the two piece.
Oh,
He's getting picked
Insane
left, right, and
Tank.
centre. Now again, it's Tank. Tank at 1v3 with bomb down.
Nope.
Does drop. And that's Kyle again with another two piece.
Yeah,
I just think that,
the big thing here is, for me, I think Rawr is pushing this too much. It's Ace that needs to plant this bomb, and it's all Rawr being up in their face, and just stopping them everywhere they go. So I just think if you're Rawr, just play a bit slower. You know, they have to plant, get your sights, get your angles, and ultimately try and slay out the team after you know where they are.
Exactly, yeah. If you're on defense, you don't need to push out. These, like, what a lot of what the teams need to realize is that in this game, if you are on the defensive side, you need to realize that you do not have to make the first move. All you have to do is just watch the bomb sites. That's all you have to do. But if you're the attacking side, and sorry, if you're the defensive side and you're pushing up onto the bomb sites, you are allowing the defensive side to get those first picks and allowing them to move up onto the bomb sites, which is the incorrect way to play Search and Destroy in this game. 100%. Chubsy with that first blood, but does get traded out, so it's a 3v3 situation right now. And I remember, oh wow, there you go. Okay, 2v3 is a situation on the favor of Rawr, and Rawr are going to opt to plant the bomb.
I think Adam saw his foot. He has to snipe him again.
He does get his leg. Bomb is down. Bomb is down.
Oh, what a nade.
Okay.
Oh my!
2v2 and it's evened out.
Adam needed that. That was so crucial. We'll see what Reigns does. He has the sniper as well in his hand. It's a 2v2. Reigns, Jay from the south versus Hypes and Orbits. Oh!
Does hit marker Orbits. Does get traded out.
Jay from the south.
1v1 a situation.
Yeah, we'll see who comes out on top.
Adam spotted. He just needs to stay alive for a few more seconds. Orbits actually.
He's on the defuse. He's on the defuse.
Oh, no,
he's not. Oh, that's big plays.
And that's full streaks.
That's full streaks. 1 round away. That's brilliantly played from the likes of Adam Orbits, and takes him 1 round away from taking this SND 6-1. And I can tell you now, no one has predicted this scoreline in SND. But I'll definitely stay on board with Adam Orbits and see if he's gonna use any streaks or just keep sniping.
I think if you're on your attacking side of this map, I think you're going to use your streaks to get those first picks. There you go. He obviously uses glide bomb. Is he going to spot any players? He's going to the back of the map to see if that sniper rifle player is in the back there. He does not pick up anyone, but Rawr do get first blood. Bomb is done. 2v4. Adam is one of those two, as well as Trubsy next to him. He does not see that player. So many players in the side of Adam right now, he doesn't even realize that this is insane. He does get tagged up by the grenade, and Jay from the south has left Adam in a
he's over and done with. And
and a flawless round on side of Rawr.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want from the defending side, is just sit back, wait, you know they need to get the bomb down, don't go give up your life for, just to get some kills and look good and whatever. Just sit back and wait and let the other team push you. They need to plant, so just wait, and you'll probably, most likely win that round.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, but they just need to realize, that's I just think that in my opinion, Raw Reigns and Raw Harmsy are the guys who are constantly getting first blooded. Again, look at there, Reigns getting first blooded again by Adam's sniper rifle, and it shows in the scoreboard.
Yep.
As you can see, 3 and 7 from the side of Reigns and 3 and 5 from the side of Harmsy. They're just getting into this first engagements far too quickly, especially when they're on the defensive side.
Yeah,
now you're going to see 2v3 situation. Yes,
the big thing now for me is Strubsy, as he knows his teammate has a sniper, so does need to back him up. But Harmsy now definitely spotted Strubsy. Will jump on board with Adam, as he's now using his streaks, and if that hits, oh my goodness, that's huge.
He does get a double kill.
Yeah, that's huge. Oh, and he'll probably find this one too, and that's round. And that just comes down from communication. Strubsy knew 2 players were on bomb, and he just called it out for Adam. Adam, there's 2 on bomb, streak them, and that's what he did. So that was brilliantly played by the likes of Ace. And Adam orbits 12 and 4. Do not get in his line of sight with that sniper.
Big plays from him that entire map. Obviously, only heating up, I believe, from the third or fourth round, but he was constantly getting those first bloods. From what I saw, it was onto Reigns, and that shows in the scoreline. And then
playlist update.
Oh, I just got a playlist update.
Yeah.
I also got a playlist update.
Same,
that's
yeah.
Orkies. That's awkward.
Orkies. But yeah, they do now
Orkies, yeah.
have a 2-0 advantage. Map count is 2-0 if you've just joined us. This is the Ace LAN losers bracket final between Ace and Rawr. The winner will go through and needs to beat xFam in a 2 best of 5s. I really do think that any team that comes through here, I don't think stands a chance to go 2 best of 5s against the likes of the xFam people. But I would love to see it. I would not love to see it.
That team is looking far too strong.
Yeah.
That team is looking very strong. That team is looking very strong from the side of xFam.
Well, the big thing now. Yeah. The big thing now for me is Raw's 2-0 down. They need to sit back and say, listen here, we've got nothing to lose. This next map, it's all or nothing. So it is CTF. I'll bring up the maps here quickly before.
London Docks, I believe.
Yeah, CTF on London Docks. And the big thing for me is watching CWL. You do learn a lot, right, from the pro teams. And when it comes to London Docks, that mid control is really, really important at that statue. So if you have control at mid, it's so easy for your team to grab flag, run through. Let's say you need to cap it on your side, being at fire at the back. So you need to run right through barrels, come right through. Your team will check your gates, and you'll be home free. So it's very, very important if you can get that mid control. And streaks, if we talk about streaks in London Docks, you're covered by barrels, by fire. You have docks down at the bottom where you can cover. So streaks sometimes come up clutch, but if you have so much cover like London Docks, it's almost impossible to take care of the guy pulling the flag. So it's really important to see how teams play this, and I think it's Adam again that will be hosting this next one.
Yes, definitely.
Where is his name now? I'll just join up. Yeah, and for everyone that just joined us, it is 2-0 to Ace Gaming, 1 map away from knocking Rawr out on 3rd place. Not at all a bad reputation you would get if knocking out on 3rd. So that was that's good in any, I'm gonna say, LAN. So we'll see if Ace can close it out here, or can Rawr get that reverse sweep. And if you do think so, please leave go have a chat with me in the live chat, and we'll see. Do you think it's possible for a reverse sweep? If not, then please give me your prediction. Do you think Ace is going to close it here? Or do you think it's going to go the distance? Quickly just going to change the quadcaster, in case they do start it right now. and we
I
are.
think it's definitely possible.
Yeah,
I think it's
definitely.
definitely possible. They just need to start winning more of those gunfights and just start playing a little bit smarter and more patient. Just from the previous map now on the USS Texas Search and Destroy, they just played far too impatiently, and Ace just took advantage of that, and it shows in the scoreline 6-2. So they just need to play a little bit more smarter, a little bit more methodical, and just win those important gunfights.
Yeah. I can see Void saying Ace for the win. They'll be closing it out here. See people already trying to say yes, Dallas, and messaging me trying to be on stream. Yeah, but I can see Jania saying CTF is going to be 5-2 to the side of Ace. I see Grizzly Wrecking saying reverse sweep would make the stream lit. I do agree with you. If it's not lit enough being with Brad here, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get a reverse sweep here. But let's all hype up Raw. Let's get them to maybe get this reverse sweep. And if you're a big Ace fan, well, let's hope Ace closes it off right here. I can see Andreas saying the grand final is tonight too. Yes, the grand final is right after this game. There will be a bit of a break for the winning team, as they will be jumping right into the next one. But I would like to jump on board with Tank. We'll see what Tank can do. Yeah, like he does melt. So we'll see if he can pick up. And the big thing, Brad, with CTF is, I spoke a lot about this in IW with the uplink. So the big thing is with CTF, don't be that one player, all your players are dead. I'm pushing you, the last one alive, and you want to pull the flag. You will ultimately get. No. That's totally wrong. You'll get ultimately destroyed.
That is poor knowledge, it's poor communication, and everything. Rather just wait and stay in the opposing base. And if the opposing team have pulled the flag, wait for them to have taken your flag back to you on their side of the base, and just make a play. That's all you can do. If you are the last player alive for your team, and you're taking the opposing flag, you're putting a target on you. Oh, Heat with a 3-piece.
Yeah, no, on his own player as well.
That's fantastic. He's in a 5-kill streak though. He's in a 5-kill streak with the flag. If he caps this, he will get his full streaks immediately. And
he needs to hurry up. One's right now. Yeah, that's full streaks.
Right off the bat.
Jay from the south, quickly jump on board with him. He is in the sport, causing some havoc. But there is players back there to back him up. He does now find Yeats, but he's stunned. And that's 4 down, and that's a pull. That's a cap. That's a cap off the back. And as I said, if you get 4 guys down, it's, well, if your players is on their base, that's definitely a cap in this game, or in this map. So if you can get that mid control, you'll definitely get this. But the scores now are 1-1 a piece. We're still waiting for Hamzi to get his first kill, as he's 0-4. But the same you could say from Orbits.
Hypes with another 2-piece. Hypes is just, well, actually no, it's his first 2 kills of the game. But again, he seems to only be getting these kills when it comes in multi kills. Even in the search and destroy, he's just getting all those multi kills. So yeah, and now you're gonna see.
Oh, another two. Is it gonna?
Another 2-piece. I'm gonna see another 2-piece from Hypes. Doesn't look like he is on a 3-kill streak though. So I'm gonna stay on board with him, and it looks like his teammates does hold the flag here. Not so sure what's happening here. These players are right next to each other.
Yeah, they do need to slay out. But Jay from the south gets that important kill. But Hamzi playing that filthy corner. But that was well played from his side. Just stopping the cap there. But a counter cap is on his way. Reigns has the flag in his hands. He needs some support before pushing forward, as it comes in the lights of Jay from the south. And this is a cap from the side of Raw. 2-1 for them.
2-1 for them right off the bat, and it's looking good. And Reigns is actually 1 kill of 2 of his streaks being in the form of his fighter pilot and his glide on. He's actually going to be playing very patient with this. He's actually using a submachine gun, very I don't know, different from his usual AR main AR roll rather. And again, there Hypes with another 2-piece. You see, the only time he's getting kills is in the form of a multi-kill. Every single time.
I'm telling you.
I'll take a bet on that. Okay,
I must say, but Hypes is like this guy. He tanks the living shit out of people, if I put it that way.
Yeah.
So, and you've seen it on LAN, and he was your MVP for the tournament, as Jay from the South is walking backwards.
He doesn't actually pick up Kyle.
Moonwalks and kills Kyle there.
Lagging,
One of the glitches in World
lagging
War II still. Jay from the South, what corner is he laying in? He's just laying bottom docks.
Very slow right now.
The main street of docks, just laying down, waiting for someone to push past, maybe get a kill. Now does see Raw Armsy, does take care of him. Hypes, last alive.
Two-piece as well. Hypes, he's looking for a player, he does pick up one, and there's going to be one last Raw member in the base of Ace, and that is going to be Jay from the South. The rest of Ace are unaware of his plays. He's going to get by Heats. Heats does give him the business, and we're going to see that all of the Ace members are going to be pushing him right into the base overall, and they are going to be absolutely surrounded. On the right hand side of your minimap, you're going to see number 2, and there's going to be Heats pushing up.
The smoke strat.
He does shoot them in the base. There you go, and that's 3 down. That's 3 down. That should be a pull. That is a pull.
Yep.
The only player
That's a cap.
that can stop this cap is number 6, and that's a cap.
Yep.
That's a cap.
That's
Jay from South, unable to stop that cap, and it's tied at 2-2 with 15 seconds left in this first half of the CTF.
That was a great plays from the side of Ace, using the smoke strat that you don't often see most teams use, but does come up clutch, and he's just brying insane tank there quickly. But half time 2-2, still can't call it.
That's the if you were to use your flamethrower at the end of a CTF round, would you still be able to use it in the beginning of the next? Because if that's not the case, are you sure? Okay,
Yep,
cool.
yeah, you still use it, even if you take it out, you can put it back in, you can take it out. So he still does have his braai machine, as I call it. But
now
yeah.
if you look at the side of Raw, and you look at the kills that they're getting outslayed ridiculous amounts, but they have the game tied.
It all comes down to plays, as I said. If you get those important kills, 4 down. No, yeah, 3 down. It's only tank at the back.
Last man is tank. He's going to be tanking defense. He does see 2 plays. He does drop to Adam Orbit, and
they're from the South and Reigns.
Raw are going to be playing some. The boys from Raw are going to be playing some hectic defense. The flag is pulled out in the form of Chubsy. Chubsy's going to be working out at that mid game.
Ooh, does he get the kill?
He does.
Crucial. Armsy is the only one there at the back. He needs to cause some havoc, but does fall from the likes of Heats. And that's a cap from the side of Ace. Gives them the 1 cap advantage with just over 4 minutes to play.
Definitely, and Chubsy still has those streaks. I'm just going to hop around and see if anybody else has streaks. Heat also has a fighter pilot, so 4 streaks coming in for the side of Ace, and they can use that in the form of defending their flag or attacking the opposing flag,
Tank
whichever situation they choose.
Sorry for interrupting you there, but Tank's a huge play now. He's counter-capping it. He needs his teammates' help, and yes, he does find them. So that's really important from Tank there. Knowing his teammates are down, he's the only one left alive there. He needs to take the map, the flag, and just run as far as he can, and that's exactly what he's doing. We'll see now if we jump on board with Hypes. He's just playing it still at the back. Oh, now gets taken out, so it's all up to Tank now just to run it in. Oh, but he's still back here.
But if I'm on board with Hypes, Hypes is going to be waiting at the opposing base. He does pick up the flag, and that flag could be returned. That flag is almost returned, but it's not quite. Player number 6, that's going to be Jay from the South, is going to be holding this flag, and again, that's a stalemate. But the only problem with this, if you're on the side of Raw, you need to get that cap. You're 1 cap down, so you need to make those moves. You're 1 cap down going into this.
Yeah, all Ace needs to realize is, let's play it patient, sit back, we have the advantage. And oh my goodness, almost nades himself there, I thought. But the flag is in the hands of Hypes and Jay from the South. Streaks coming in now. Will he find one? Nope. Oh yes, he does. He gets Adam.
He does find the one, definitely. And that was the most far up pushed player from the A side, as we can see. And Reigns is going to be with the flag. That's not, it's from South. Everything is happening right now. Kyle Hypes
Hypes dies.
He does drop the flag. He
But
might drop the flag, but the flag
I
is still
think
down.
help.
It's still in play. It's still in play.
Quickly
It's still
jump
in
on
the middle
board
of
with
the map.
Adam. Adam is there. Harmsy takes care of him. That will be a cap, or should be a cap. Yes, it is. That's huge play from
Yes, it is.
Jay from the south as he kills one off the flag as well. Takes it to 3 a piece as well. Oh, there goes another flag.
Kill streak. Still having that, another, already another
Raw,
flag
yeah,
cap. Another
Raw.
flag cap already.
That was a
that came out of nowhere.
yeah, just caught
that came
a
out of absolutely nowhere.
yeah, just caught Ace off guard, taking that cap there, relaying the cap, I could say. So doing a good job. Now it's Ace in the back foot. They need to cap as quick as possible. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. We'll see what they can do.
Definitely, and all the kills are going in the side of the Raw guys, as you can see. All I'm seeing is red, except for that one there from Carl. But as well, I want to see if there are any more streaks on the side of Ace. There are. So Chubsy still is his flamethrower and his fighter pilot. Unfortunately, does drop, and the flag is out once more. Will it be returned? No, it's being pulled again. The only player that can sort of make a difference now is that player number 3, Hypes. He's gonna see one. He does drop, and that should be another cap.
That's another cap.
Another cap here. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
5-3.
Yes, sir.
5-3 in the favor of Raw.
Raw, like, they've woken up this last rotation of the CTF, the second half. They're doing what's needed to be done, and they're doing exactly that. So they're really looking good. You can see their slaying has picked up. They could say they're leading Ace now in the slaying department.
I would say so, definitely, and they still have all their streaks in the back pocket, and that's a streak coming in. Another look at that.
That's another cap
coming in from the side of Raw. That should be another capture, unless this player seems to make it.
Oh, he's doing a good job.
But still, that is map with 20 seconds left.
Yeah,
and
that's
and
map.
2 cap difference. That's definitely map, and they really picked up their socks for the in this last round of the capture the flag. They really did.
Oh, that was really good from the likes of Raw there, as they take the CTF 5-3 over the likes of Ace, and now it brings it a bit closer, but Ace still has that lead in the map count, where Raw has now found their first, but Ace still having that advantage. 2-1 now going to this next HP. I'm just thinking quickly, Brad is almost on his way, as he has to leave at half past.
I can do one more map. If this goes the distance, I'm gonna be very upset, because unfortunately I'm gonna have to miss that last and final map of this losers bracket final. Unfortunately, so I can play one more map, and then I have to be on my merry way.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just replying to the co-caster that will be joining me after Brad, and that will be Brandon Natrick, who will be joining me as well a bit later in the grand final. And I think it's now back to the Raw guys hosting that.
Also, the only reason why I can see this matchup going the distance now is because on this capture the flag, that was on Ace's host, on Adam's host, and he plays for Ace, and they lost that map on their host.
I'll be back in a second.
Go for it. Yeah, I'll just talk. But yeah, how's it, guys? I'm gonna be solo streaming this. How's it? But yeah, the only reason why I can see this going the distance now is because that last capture the flag that you saw there, that was on Adam's host, Adam Orbits. That was on his host. So now going into this map 4, this next hardpoint game, that's going to be on the host. I believe it's Reigns. I believe Reigns is hosting, and obviously online you want the host to be on your team, best possible position that you can be in. So I could see this map going in the side of Raw just for that reason, just the reason that they had the host. And going into a search and destroy on map 5, host doesn't play too much of a part in a search and destroy, whereas it does in a respawn game mode like hardpoint and CTF. So that's the only reason why I can see this going to map 5 right now. And yeah.
Sorry guys, I smelled something funny, then I forgot I had food on the stove.
Oh no, that doesn't sound too good.
No, not sounding too good, but it's okay, I've handled that. But yeah, let's quickly look. Yeah, as I said, as you said, Raw has the confidence now to maybe take this away from Ace, and we'll see if they can do that.
Definitely, and
I really do
also,
think so.
as I was saying, as I was saying now, map 3, that was on Ace's host, and they lost the respawn. That is
Yeah.
massive. Now going into this hardpoint now on map 4, that's, I believe it's going to be on Reigns' host, either Reigns or Tanks' host. And going to a hardpoint, if you have the host on your side, you have a massive advantage, considering that it's the fastest game mode in the competitive rotation. So more gunfights for the player, more wins, and that's the only reason why I can say Raw are going to be taking this map 4 now and taking it to a map 5 for us. I can confidently say that it'll be either very close or it'll go to map 5. Definitely.
I can't join for some reason. I think your lobby is full.
Oh no.
Have they started?
They are loading in right now. I'm not going to lie to you, Dalray.
Haha.
That's awkward.
That's okay.
What now?
Just maybe I'll just tell them to stop quickly, as I can't get
please.
in there. Or just spawn in and shoot if you can. Let me just see.
I can't change teams. I can't change teams if you spawn in on caster. I think maybe message Carnage if you can. If you mate to the guy. Goes Flip. We would really like to see this.
Yeah. Now I'll get them to stop just now. I'm quickly gonna bring up the maps.
4, 3, 2. Crap. They're about to start. Yeah, they're starting. They're running around and everything.
Oh shit. Okay, well hopefully they do read their phones as quick as possible. But I'll quickly bring up the map. As you guys can see, it is now hardpoint on London Docks. It is Saint Marie S and D. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it does go the whole distance. I don't know. Brad wouldn't hope for that as he has to leave soon. But hopefully they stop that game. Are they stopping it? Are they stopping it? Please stop.
No, they're still playing. It's 8 points to 14 in favor of Raw right now.
You just phone Adam.
Yeah, they're still busy playing.
Oh, this is really.
Hosting as it rains.
Yeah, it's rains.
It's not looking.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the things, unfortunately, when you're having an online tournament, that you can't always have control over everything. So hopefully they can check their phones and hopefully stop the game as quick as possible, as we don't want any team to have a problem now. We're just waiting for that.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's still close, so if they were to restart the map right now, it wouldn't really make a difference. It's 23 points to 33, so it wouldn't really make a difference right now.
Yeah, still waiting on them.
I should see if anybody plays have streaks.
Yeah, now we just wait. I don't know, are we gonna get to them?
Unless when you hear me flipping solo cast without any visual aid, that'll be kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think
it's
just better we wait for them to end. They will hopefully agree to a restart.
I don't think Raw aren't going to be too happy if they do, because right now they're taking the lead, and Harmsy is 9 and 4, Tank is 8 and 5. They're looking very strong.
Well, this.
Well,
none of us could have thought of this, but yeah, one of those things. As I said, we can't control it. It's an online tournament. If you have just joined us, it is the losers bracket of the Ace LAN. Unfortunately, it has moved to an online tournament the last couple of games, as the time that catch us.
PSN message.
Oh yeah.
In the chat, Vitals. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, quickly type there.
I'll go to Reigns.
Yeah. Thanks, Vitals. We didn't even think about that. But yeah, if you have just joined it is the losers bracket. The winner here will go through to the grand final, where they will be meeting xFam. That is Robbie, Kovs, Jamie, Sharky, Ryan, Waffle, and Renato, Mr. Nato from Vico. So yeah, that will be the grand final. That will be coming up right after this game, so don't go anywhere. After this game, we still have another map or two, hopefully, to go in this game, and then we'll be switching over to the grand final.
Yeah.
And
I just messaged Reigns right now.
yeah, hopefully they can end it for us. Guys, please,
Yeah.
if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. It actually gives me more time now to say these couple of things. Please do subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and even COD out. As I just use this channel to stream COD or some Fortnite, depending on how I feel. And yeah, please do follow. If you're in Joburg and you are looking to create a team or go play on some LAN, you know, just get into the scene. Do contact Ace. Ace, I think, will be having a LAN every month or every 2 months around there, so do be in contact with them. It is at
Definitely.
Ace Gaming _ I think, somewhere there.
At Ace Gaming Org.
Yeah,
ORG at the end.
there we go. At Ace Gaming
There you
Org. So do contact them if you looking to play some LAN or get some LAN behind you and get the team together. You know, it's
Exactly.
a huge,
And
it's
those
a
LANs are gonna
huge
keep
year.
getting bigger and better.
Yeah,
Definitely. I think it's going to be a great year for this for us being COD today and even just SA esports in general. I think it's going to be great for us. 100%. I don't know if everybody else saw that at the Bravado side for Counter-Strike are on their way to America within the first bit of this year, which is fantastic. So they're
Yeah.
going to go there, they're going to compete and everything, which looks absolutely great, and that is great for SA esports. They're getting us exposure, and yeah, best of luck to them, and flipping, yeah, congrats to them for being able to do something like that. It's absolutely
huge.
insane.
Like as I said, if you have the backing of an organization as big as Bravado, go for the opportunity. Go make a name for yourself. You know, everything that has started small and built their way up to where they are now, being Bravado or Energy Esports or White Rabbit. So keep
Definitely.
grinding, keep working, and eventually you'll get there. And Bravado is to show that they can get there, being internationally
Definitely.
renowned. So hopefully they can make us proud over there. Yeah, and as long as they do their
So they
thing,
will-
GodZA will keep up the egg bargain and do as much as we can. Yeah, one thing that leads GodZA down, I can say, with a negative, is people online say things that it's not that they don't mean it, it's that they don't think before they say something online. When
they
you
don't
tweet
understand
something,
the consequences.
yeah, if you think you're
Come along with it.
irrelevant and you tweet something that can, remember, a tweet goes as far as retweets. So your tweet can be seen by, let's say, Optics Compy, and it gets a retweet. It's gonna get millions and millions of retweets. So please, if you're online and you do get angry, keep it off Twitter, keep it off social media, and it's just a
Yeah.
way of growing.
Watch what
Today
you say.
only keep the positive stuff there, you know, and keep us growing.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like positive actions works just as much as your negative actions. So just watch out for yourself, there, guys. Especially if you're a person who believes that they have like a big enough name within our community. If you think that you do, watch what you say, because like just remember that your followers are going to see that, and they're going to believe it, and they're going to have the same opinion as you in the long run. So that's it could be a bad thing and it could be a good thing as well, like just depending on your comment, I guess. But
Yep.
yeah.
That's so true. And we're still waiting. Are you still in that game there?
It's still playing.
Okay, what's your score there?
Let's
Let's just update them with the score.
I'll update you guys. Okay, right now it is Ace with 115 and it is Rawr with 163.
Ace
Rawr
with
are leading by 50 points.
115.
Ace with 125 now,
Okay.
and Rawr with 163. So,
Sheesh.
um,
Yeah, definitely.
Rawr
That's
are
Rawr.
leading by about 40 points. Rawr
Yeah.
are leading by about 40 points right now.
And that's the big thing that that confidence the confidence that it gives you after winning one map. Raw looked like that first
Definitely.
HP, like they were totally outnumbered, outmatched, and same you could say in that SND. But then came back, won a CTF, and look what they're doing now. And if you've just
Definitely.
joined us, unfortunately the game has started before I could join. One of those online things that you can't always take control of. But they are in that
Yeah, unfortunate.
map number 4, no,
Yeah.
5. Sorry, it is 4, 5, 4.
Yeah.
Map 4. In the map 4.
Map 4, yeah.
The first HP
Map
did
is
go.
about to be tied right now.
Now tied. So yes, it's close.
Tied right now.
Close.
163 to 163.
163, 163. So I'll quickly run you through, as I can't now jump into that match. The first HP did go to the side of H, 250 to 215. Ace looked like they had Raw's number. Then it went to S&D on USS Texas, and Ace absolutely destroyed Raw in that game mode. Then it went to London Dogs CTF, and looked like a total new Raw team, as if they just woke up, and they took that
second half of that CTF.
Yeah, that second half of the CTF, Raw just pulled loose,
very one-sided,
took all control, and it was 5-2 to the side of Raw. And now they're playing this HP on London Docks as well. Unfortunately, can't jump in there.
The score right now is 185 to 163 in the favor of Ace. And now about that, remember it was 115 to 163 in the favor of Raw. So Ace have gotten about 80 points right now in a row. 80 points.
That's insane. And I can tell you now, I'm not even watching, and I can tell you now that Heats is turning up, Hypes is turning up, Adam is keeping that spawn with his AR, and they definitely, I can already think they just rotating and doing the slaying work the way it should be.
They're playing very well right now. Heats is 35 and 26, Chubsy is 30 and 20, and from the side of Raw, there aren't too many people standing out. They're very much even when it comes to their kills and deaths. I mean, Harmsy is 28 to 28. Reigns is 24 and 26, Insane Tank is 27 and 25. It's very close. But on the side of Ace right now, they're pulling away from their deaths. Like I said, Chubsy right now 32 and 21. Heat 38 and 27, and they're getting all the hill time. Right now the score is 220 to 176 in favor of Ace. So Ace obviously needing 30 points, less than 30 points now, as they are holding the scrap of this one hard point. And Raw obviously needing about 80 points to close it out.
We can already see that Ace is going to finish it here, or Raw might just turn another leaf and come back and take this one. But Ace, as I said, is one map away. They might just take this in a 3-1 fashion and then move along to the grand final, where they will be facing xFam, and that will be interesting as well.
Definitely. Heat has just dropped his 40th kill. 40 kills in a London Docks hardpoint. Chubsy not too far behind with 34, and Hypes with 31. So the guys from Ace are very up there with their slaying power right now, and they are 5 points away from taking this. 30 seconds left in this hard points right now, and it is contested. And I just have to wait and see for how these next few plays pan out, because like I said, Ace are about 6 points away from taking this hard point and finishing out the match 3 maps to 1. Obviously only dropping that CTF, that was map 3. Raw actually climbing back ever so slowly, 244 right now to 214 in the favor of Ace. So, and that's how it's with a 2-piece. So we're gonna hop on board with these guys. 5 points away, 3 points away, and that should be match. That's a match. 250 to 217, Dalray, in the favor of Ace. That is 3-1. That match is done and dusted.
Yeah, 3-1 to the likes of Ace. Well done to Ace.
Unfortunately, we couldn't watch that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't watch that, as they did start before I even could join. So yeah, Ace does close it out 3-1, taking that HP 250 to
250 to 217. 217.
It was almost just as close as the first one.
42 kills.
Yeah, 250 to 215.
42 kills.
42 kill for Eats. That's insane.
42 kill for Eats. Chubsy 36, Hypes 33, and yeah, just.
That's brilliant. Really good from them. Please don't go anywhere. Drop a like on the stream. Does help a lot. Please do subscribe as well. You'll be met by Conor McGregor. Well done to Ace. Hard luck for Raw. They look like a really good team. One advice I could give them is stick together, keep grinding. Your team will probably be up there soon, competing with the best. So keep grinding, and hard luck to Ace. Hard luck to Rawr. They do fall out at third place, so they get third place at the Ace Gaming LAN / online. And now Ace moves along, where they will be facing xFam. And stay tuned. That will be right here. The stream will still be the same. And we say thanks to Brad. Brad has to hurry off to work at the moment. So cheers, Brad. Thanks for co-casting this with me. This was insane.
Thank you so much for having me. It was enjoyable. Thank you so much for having me, and hopefully we can do this in the future. I'm sure we will. I'm sure
definitely.
that it will be a regular occurrence of the next season coming up. And I'm very upset that I can't watch the finals and stuff. But
no
I'll be tuning into the stream later tonight. And thank you guys. Thank you, Dalre.
No problem. Cheers, Brad. And as he goes, Brendan Natrick will be joining us for the grand final, co-casting that with me. And stay tuned. That map will be starting soon.
Out of sight, we're like shadows on the wall. In the night, we will rise and we will fall. A flame of desire, we walk through the fire, crashing into gravity. Our hands up high, we let go and fly. Your light became a part of me. Don't wanna fight this feeling tonight. You know it keeps me breathing for life. Don't wake me up from dreaming, 'cause I don't wanna fight this feeling. Don't wanna fight this feeling. We'll be rising in the sunlight. We go till we out of time. sky and see hope. I'll take that from them first. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. There's only one path to peace. Their extinction. You're all puppets, tangled in strings. There are no strings on me. I'm gonna show you something beautiful. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. I'm gonna show you something beautiful. In this world, there have always been assassins. Those that hide in the shadows, carry out orders. Assassins. Aside the praying night vision, I'm taking aim with precision. An assassin moving in silence, taking people out with my violence. Aside the praying night vision, I'm taking aim with precision. An assassin moving in silence, taking people out with my violence. Get closer, feel my heart beating. I'm an architect of your death. I've got the power to change your whole cycle. If I see your name on my list, it's not personal, it's just business. A perfectionist with no witness. I've got a knife for detail, I use it. There's a million man that don't lose it. It's not personal, it's just business. A perfectionist with no witness. I've got a knife for detail, I use it. There's a million man that don't lose it. In this world, there have always been assassins. To remove threats to those with power. To eradicate people who don't fit in. To remove those who say too much. And liquidate those who won't listen. Assassins. I got my list and I'm stalking. This time my target is you. You might see me driving or walking. You'd love to know what I do. I might get up close and be friendly, or keep my distance and aim. There's a million ways I can do this, as long as the contract is paid. I got my list and I'm stalking. This time my target is you. You might see me driving
Hey, Brendan.
Yo, welcome back. Grand final time, Ace LAN, grand final between Ace Gaming and xFam. To join me, Brad unfortunately had to leave. He is on his way to work, and so replacing him is none other than Brendan, Mr. Natrick himself, back from the IW days where he used to cast with me, and this is his first one on World War II. What's up, Brandon?
Good evening, Dalray. Thank you for having me back again. It's been quite a while, and I'm keen to get back into casting again.
Yeah, no, very, very keen. As I said, big news that came up today was the major LAN, or the first major LAN of the season for Call of Duty, hosted by ACGL and MWeb, I think, yes, and MWeb, I think it is. So that's a huge one, and 50k on the line, so get your teams down to Cape Town. It's gonna be a huge one, but before that there's minor lands, and I think it's Port Elizabeth, Joburg, Durban, and Cape Town, so that's huge as well. Do take part in those. Brendan, you can join on me. I think I'm almost there. And then if you have just joined us and if you missed that first losers bracket final, it was between Raw and Ace. Just quickly run you through what happened there. It was Raw did not look the part at all that first map, or the first couple of maps actually, where it was Ace Gaming closing out that HP 250 to 215, that the first one. Then it went to the side of Ace again in the S&D 6-1, and then Raw said, bugger this, we're going to turn it around. It had an incredible CTF second half on London Docks, and they took it 5-2. And then it went to London Docks again in HP, where unfortunately I could not join, as they've started the map before I could join. It's an online tournament, or led to an online tournament, so unfortunately not under my control to get there. And Ace took that 250 to 217. Close maps, but Ace coming out on top. But now Ace has a very, very difficult task ahead of them, where they have to beat the likes of this xFam in 2 best of 5s, as they are coming down or up from the losers bracket. They have to take care of the likes of Waffle, Kovs, Fearless, and Sharky. Players representing XF, Vinco, Ventus, and EN. So very, very good players in those regards. But Ace is a top team as well. They're definitely looking apart, and I can't wait to see what they can do. Brendan, this Ace team, they surprising you?
They actually are. The thing is with Ace is, I believe they're a very underrated team. Maybe that was just what I saw. But from the Ace LAN, people actually started seeing how well these 4 players coordinated as a team. And even if you think back to the winners final, when Ace went against XF, Ace actually managed to get the first 2 maps against XF, so they know that it is possible to beat XF. If they can just keep their game up as they did those first 2 maps, I'm sure Ace can actually take this from XF. But looking at the roster of XF, I mean, having Sharky, Kovs, Waffle, and Fearless, this is an incredibly strong combination of players, as you've previously said. So I think this is going to be Ace's toughest match yet, but I think if they just play as they played at the LAN, then they can definitely take this win from XF.
Yeah, well, definitely not counting them out. Ace is the team that well, it's a form team where the xFam is one player here, one player there. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm quickly going to run you through the maps. The first map is going to be quite interesting for all of you. Like, I know all teams don't want to play on this map. I know Ace. I don't know if Ace wanted to play this map, but I don't think they've scrimmed it at all. But the first map is Gibraltar HP. Not really a nice one to get off the start if you're Ace, I think. Then leading to Ardennes Forest SND. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the AOs play on Ardennes Forest and SND. Then moving along to London Docks CTF. Then for the following 2, we will be staying by London Docks. So the last 3, London Docks, London Docks, London Docks, London Docks CTF, London Docks HP, and then if it goes the distance, London Docks SND as well. If Ace comes out on top, then this will go to a second best of 5, and the winner will then be decided off of that. But please guys, if you've just joined us, please don't forget, please leave a like and retweet the stream on Twitter, please. It does help a lot to get as many faces in here as possible. All the newcomers see how the COD is, how must COD be played, and we'll see if we can get as many people as possible in here. We're just waiting from Mr. Adam. Adam is here. Who are we waiting for? Netric, you are here. I don't know. We're waiting for actually.
I'm not too sure. There is an extra player. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
it's
the Ace Gaming CEO. So he's here as well, and I think here we go.
Right, here we go.
Prediction time. Brendan, I know you don't watch too much COD, I could say, but you're definitely in the scene. Where do you think this first map's going to?
See, Gibraltar I see as a very, very hard map to call because this is all about rotations. Of course, you need your dominant slaying power as well, but if you can get a team that's set up the right way and has rotations early enough, that might give you the win. But I'm leaning more towards XF just because of their dominant slaying power and their map knowledge and player knowledge. So I think I'm predicting that XF will take the win. I don't expect it to be I expect it to be a very close game. I don't expect it to be a far game where XF take the lead by a lot of points. So I do think XF will take this.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's not the case. We would all like to see a very, very good game. But for all of you in the stream, please drop your prediction in the chat. I'll get to them as the map goes along. Do you think XF is way too xFam in that case is way too strong for the likes of Ace? Give us your prediction. We'll get to them as soon as possible. But on board with Kovs we are. Wait, just swap here with Kovs. He has the FG42. It's probably one of the guns that after the nerf it's gotten, you didn't see it too much at the CWL. Ooh, Trubsy with a 3 there, so that's good from his side. Let's quickly jump on board with him. But getting back to my point, CWL New Orleans, we did not really see the use of the FG as much as Bar came into play yet again. But all looking closely contested in this first hill.
Yes, what I like about Ace, if you see, Ace was set up quite well on this hill, but as I said earlier, this dominant slaying power of this pickup xFam roster is just way too strong for Ace to actually keep that hill.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we can see play number 3 being Nato, Fearless. He is in the correct position already, just getting this spawn for his teammates. So already Ace in the disadvantage, having to break this hill here, and we can see player number 4 being Sharky. We jump on board with him. He knows Strubs is on the right hand side and probably gonna go fetch that kill. He does find hits, yes he does with that hip fire. He does find one. We'll be looking for a second, but we can see that oh my goodness, Orbits definitely needed to get that kill there, but it's all now up to the likes. Is Jamie spawning out? Let's quickly see where Jamie's spawning. Yes, Jamie's spawning out, but who cares if you got the slaying power that xFam has?
Yes, as I said, it's all about actually rotating and keeping that spawn, and what XF did is they kept one closer to hill in spawn and the rest of them pushed up, already establishing spawns for next hill as they slowly pushed their way up. Luckily Sharky spawned on the other side there, but I think xFam were pushing up a little too much than they should have. I think they should have been set up a little bit more in that hill, but again, very confident players, so they have confidence in their ability and their teammates to actually keep that hill and push through.
Now the big thing there for me was just a bit earlier there, the Sharky spawned out but still got those 2 crucial kills. But now xFam is spawning way out, and it's all up to Ace to keep this, as I think it's, who is it, Hypes with a barn hill. does find Nato. I think Nato didn't spot him from the start there as Nade. Oh, team kill comes in there from Cos. Oh, and Sharky. But one thing that I know teams, you could call the xFam here a pickup team, because it's 4 different orgs that they represent. I did come in the discussion when one of the people online then of saying, how do we scrim teams with pickups? I can tell you now that pickup teams will not give you the full go that normal teams would. So if you're looking to improve and whatever, or, you know, looking where your team is matched up with, don't scrim pickup teams. If it's all for fun and games, you can't find one, then so be it, scrim pickup teams. But that's one of those things, and as I can see, it's all xFam at the moment with the slaying power.
Yeah, it actually looks like xF has actually managed to take that hill back from Ace, but Ace now trying to push up 3 players into hill as they come from numerous sides, and they actually do manage to take xF out of the hill, and that will give them the 20 seconds.
That's really, really important there from Trubsy and from the likes of Hypes. One thing from this Ace team is they definitely can hang with the big guys when it comes to slaying. I know Hypes, one of Brad's MVPs from the Ace LAN before it had to end, was he really dominated, as Hypes now gets a kill in hill, backs out. Unfortunately, Nato comes from behind him and takes care of him, and it's all xFam again in that hill where Ace needs to break.
If you see, this is where the dominant slaying power comes in now, because Ace can try and push this as much as they want, but odds are they're probably going to get slayed out by everyone around it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're playing people, oh, unfortunately, I don't know why this guy joined now, but hopefully he doesn't mess it up for the other players. But as I said, or coming back to my point, is when you're facing a team you know is heavily slay dependent, maybe 3 push, 4 push even one side, and hopefully getting those trades in and ultimately breaking the hill. As I think he knows Sharky and Co Waffle is at the back there. I think he's just going to flank around and hopefully get some kills. Push, push. Is he going to push? He'll be finding 2 players, does find 1. Will he find Waffle as well? Yes, he does. So that's really good from him. And player number 4 is Sharky. He's just beaming down. He's almost on streaks. Only 200 and, what's it, 25 points away of getting that streaks. Unfortunately does not get it. There's 42 seconds left. If I was the xFam, I'll probably still push that last bit.
No, it looks like they might be going for one final push, and I'm assuming if they do die, they'll just start to give up those points, but it looks like they might actually take that hill back as we see Hypes spawns out, the whole of Ace spawns out.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. You can see Kovs here with his FGs going right around. He knows Ace has this spawn set, so he needs to disrupt it. But number 8, that is Orbits, is going to get a kill there. Does get a second as well. Does he get the third on Nato? Unfortunately not, but his team does spawn out, so it's all him left alone to do his job here at the back. He does find Rob. He still needs to stay alive, but Rob just spawns on his ass right at the back, and I think this is quits for Orbits as he's going to be taken out. And that's ultimately, that's ultimately why people hate Gibraltar. Adam was right at the back, and he kills Kovs, and Kovs spawns right next to him. That's one of the thing that that stops teams from scrimming this, let's say, bad map or bad spawned map. But the score now 194 and counting over 98. xFam having a 100-point lead over the likes of Ace. Ace really needs to sharpen up, as they don't have too long, as I think it's xFam looking to close it out on this hill.
Yes, I think it's definitely possible, but xFam, it seems, are pushing from completely different directions, maybe trying to catch Ace off guard. Waffle gets the 1. He's pushing up the hill now.
It's all Adam, all up to Adam, and unfortunately he gets taken out. But that's the thing with the slaying power that xFam has. You saw there Ace had control, but xFam, just takes total control, breaking that with ease, and still looking to close it out. As we're on board with Hypes now. Hypes pointing out. We're on board with Heats. Heats sees one, unfortunately does not get the kill, and that hill is in the side of xFam's hands. Waffle finds two with his nade as his glide bomb, as does Fearless with the gun, and unfortunately they can't finish it yet, so they need to rotate. And Ace really looking like they fell apart after that game versus Raw, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they had a big confidence boost and they were all warmed up playing Raw. But now coming to xF, I think reality has hit them that this is a much tougher team, and that I think that just caused them to completely lose their confidence, which might be the problem here.
Shano, you could definitely see there, if I bring up the or the scoreboard for you guys in a sec, there you could see that Waffle 32 and 14, and you could see the OBJ was Fearless being Nata from Vinco, 2 minutes 11 and nil. And the big thing from me is when you look at the side of Ace, yes, they were outslain. My English correct? They're outslain, yeah, probably. Burki
Yes.
speaking, yeah. But you could see they're outslain. But if you look at the time, Heats definitely needed to work more towards the hill, and so does Hypes. And you probably won't win your maps off if you can't get that rotation, if you can't get those crucial kills when needed to be. And they definitely fell quite a few distance short from the likes of xFam. We now move along to, I think it's SND on London. No, let me just look again for you guys, just to make 100% sure. And the host will be changing.
Saint?
Say
Oh, no,
again.
it's Ardennis.
It's Ardennis, yeah. Ardennis Forest SND. Host will be changing hands again. Map 1, 3 and 5 will be hosted by xFam, and map 2 and 4 will be hosted by Ace, as we don't have a neutral host for that one. So now we move along and join, I think it's Orbits. See if we can get on board with him. Can find his name. Let's join on Heats. Hopefully Heats is on him already. And yeah, it is on him already. But yeah, just looking back at that HP, it was all xFam from the start, just outslaying it. Like you could say xFam does not have the communication like Ace has, because Ace is a real team, or a team that is playing this whole season together, or going to play this whole season together, where xFam is just a player from each side, or well, really good players from each side. You could argue that Shark is the best in Ventus, Rob's the best in Ian, Nato best in Vinco, and who am I missing? Oh, and Waffle the best best in xF. And you could argue that point, but really good players that Ace is playing against. Ace can still do this, don't count them out. I still think Ace is one of those teams that can cause an upset against anyone. Unfortunately, it did not look like that in this first HP that they played. But yeah, we'll go along. Sharky to drop 40. Okay, I doubt that's possible in an SND. But if that does happen, I'll run a naked mile for you guys, because I know that won't happen, and I won't even make a mile, because Didelos is very unfit. Just quickly reading at your.
I believe that was to do with the HP, but
no,
not necessarily.
That was a bit. That was 10 minutes ago. Yeah, could be still in the HP. But did he drop 40? No, he did not. So you're wrong there already, Mr. Rays. Tempsy says I can neutral. It's okay, Tempsy. I think they already sorted it out with host and everything. But thanks for that. If we do need a host sometime, please hit me up. I will be tweeting out if we do need hosts for online tournaments. Like I know 2Ks that will be hosted by ACTL. It's definitely gonna need some. I can see Springle Zubair Bringle, I don't know if I'm saying it right, saying hi. Naughty Edits, hi there as well. Vitals is saying 3-0 straight to XF. And if that's the case, or xFam, if that's the case, then we end it right there. We won't go to a second best of 5, but if Ace can do it and get the 3 maps in a row, or just 3 maps in the series, then we'll go to a second best of 5. But we'll jump on. They stopped it. One of the players from
Not sure
xFam did
why.
not spawn in. But yeah, oh Gary, where's my man Brad? Brad unfortunately had to leave to work, or he had to go do something, so he unfortunately can't be here for the grand final. He will definitely be streaming with me a couple of times before he has to leave to the Soti land there in the I think he's going to the EU somewhere there, so he'll be going off to work there then. And just change to Codcast again there, Brendan, before they start. Yeah, please leave your prediction in the chat. Do you think this SND is going to go one-sided to xFam again, like the first HP was, or do you think is, like I said, SND is a game that can go either way? Do you think it can maybe go to the likes of Ace, or do you think xFam is just too strong when it comes to slaying power? And Brendan, your prediction on this SND?
Okay, so this brings me back to my previous point in HP, whereas on the side of XF we have 4 very, very dominant slayers. But Ace, on the other hand, are 4 people that have actually played together for, I believe it's been months. I believe they've been a team for quite a while, and that team actually has amazing strategies, as we've seen in previous games. So I'm leaning more towards Ace, but I wouldn't count XF out.
No, I will definitely not leave XF out. We're on board with Waffle at the moment. He's running the bar with Red Dot and the grip. No quick draw for him there. You will spot Trubsy, but already 2 players down from the side of xFam. It's Ian Kovs and Waffle left alive. It's Kovs with the sniper. See if any of them can get a pick, but I think a bomb is going down from the likes of Heat at the A site. We'll see if Kovs can do anything. No, unfortunately does not. It's all left to Waffle in a 1v4 situation. I think this is really impossible to get, but if there's one guy that can probably do it, it is Waffle. Does find one. Will he
Really escapes with his life.
His 20 seconds to work with. Does find Trubsy. Does he get the kill? Nope. Unfortunately does not, and fall short. But the first round is going to the side of Ace. Really looking good. Then, as I said, in all SNDs, that first blood is really, really crucial.
We see in chat quite a few people leaning towards xFam. 6-0 xFam, 6-5 Ace. Okay, someone said 8-0 Ace. I doubt that's possible.
Sometimes I would not disagree when it comes to a team like this xFam here. But Fearless gets that first. Ooh, Adam gets a second. Will he get another? Oh, the first. Will he get a second? He's going to stun himself in the process, I think. Wipes gets a kill. But I think Adam Orbits will now be pushed. Unfortunately, gets timing there. It's only Hypes left alive. Eno 1v2. We'll see what he can do.
Might see Fearless from behind. He does see him, but decides not to shoot because we does know that there are 2 players here. Maybe trying to get into a more defensive position. Nope. Ooh, but unfortunately gets taken out by Waffle.
Yeah, Waffle does take care of the job right there as he kills Hypes and now brings it to 1 apiece. And we can still see Heat looking for his first kill there, as does Sharky and Rob, but it's still early stages. But we can already see that the likes of Waffle having 4 kills already, and it being in round 2, is going to help his team tremendously. I can see attempts, he's saying Adam positive with a shocking face. Adam not a bad player at all. And Fearless yet again with that first blood. Very, very crucial when it comes to that first blood. Waffle gets the second there on Trubsy. Will he get the third? Oh, almost picks up Hypes. We'll jump on boards with Hypes as he's going to be pushed from all angles. And it's only Adam and Hypes left. He does spot one. Does he get him? Yes, he does. He's still there with his teammate. Is it Orbits? Oh, unfortunately falls. Orbit turns around. Will find one. It's a 2v1. Orbits versus Sharky and Waffle. See if he can do anything.
Going to say it looks like he might be going towards B side perhaps, not knowing that there are already 2 players on B. Who manages to get Waffle, but Sharky's close by. Does he see him from behind? I don't think he does. He actually doesn't, as we see Orbits moving on to A.
No, Orbits is definitely gonna get bombed down now. We'll see what Sharky can do. We'll jump on board with him. See if he can do anything. He has got the bar, extended mag, reflex sight, and the grip. See if he can catch Adam off guard as he's looking for his first kill. Adam sitting in that right hand side top corner. We'll see if Sharky maybe pre-fires that one or not. Nope.
Maybe trying to bait.
Yeah, he'll definitely be singing it now. As
Orbits does not get that.
Orbits does get that kill on Sharky as he now gives his team the advantage with only 1 round. As Sharky is still looking for his first kill, and good shots there from Orbits. You could say host, but unfortunately it's one of those things that you have to live with when playing online.
Yeah, I think maybe Sharky shouldn't have pushed that with his pistol, like he still had a lot of time left, so maybe he should have just played that a little bit slower, and he didn't even have mountain division, so not much you could have done with that.
Yeah, Adam is very close.
Running up.
Adam is very close to his streaks, and he's trying to get Nato off guard, but Nato tends to back off as Waffle gets that first blood on Heat. He just moves out back. We'll quickly bring out the minimap so you can see where all players are situated, as Waffle finds Hypes as well, but he did pick up Fearless. It's only Trubsy and Orbits left alive against the likes of Waffle and Sharky yet again. Waffle, is he gonna get the kill? No. Trubsy just spawns off the likes of Waffle. Jump on board with Adam. Is he gonna catch off Sharky?
Sharky might just catch.
Yeah.
Oh, he does get him off
Sharky
guard.
did catch him there, and it's all up to Trubsy now in a 1v2 situation.
Let's see, Sharky is gonna get bombed down. But Trubsy's still in cave, gonna go from behind. If Waffle does not turn around, then Trubsy might just get him from behind. When he does. Oh! Ooh, almost not, almost not. Sharky challenging that with his sniper that I believe he picked up from...
Yeah, might be.
Orbits.
I think Trubsy is now pushing Sharky to hopefully get the kill. He's got 20 seconds to work with.
Sharky might see him, I think he does.
I think this was brilliant plays from
rather gonna
Sharky
play
actually.
that time.
Yeah, that was definitely brilliant plays from the likes of Sharky, as he knows Trubsy won't be getting on that bomb, as D just hip fires and gets that kill. That was brilliantly played by Sharky. Well done to him, playing that the way it should be, playing the time, and ultimately getting that round win for his side. That is now 2-2, all squared up, and we'll see who can take the advantage. Heat is still looking for that first kill, and we'll jump on board with him and see maybe if he can find that.
Yeah, I think with the previous round, people really underestimate the actual strategies of and how smart Sharky actually is, and I think in that previous round he proved that just by playing time instead of trying to challenge from some stupid angle.
We can already see xFam is set up in that mid area, and I can see him being Arto's already pushed up. I think he spotted Trubsy there. And Waffle does spot Heat, but does not take care of business as Hypes picks up Rob. They're still waiting for Yellows to get that kill, but Sharky takes control and he takes care of him. Oh, Sharky gets taken care of. Hypes, Trubsy, Waffle, Yellows. Let's see who comes on top. Waffle goes out.
Waffle barely getting out with his life.
Arto with a play now, does get one, but gets traded out. Waffle's right behind Trubsy. Is he gonna realize that? Nope.
Oh, and he
Waffle.
does get him.
Waffle gets the kill. Well played there by Waffle, giving his team the advantage now 3-2. And I can tell you now, if Brendan touches his remote again, I might just cut off his hands.
Brandon has not been touching his remote once.
Then someone else must be in this card casting, because someone's changing my things up here for some reason. And
Not touching my remote.
that's good. Okay, Hype. Heat, sorry, still looking for his first kill. He's 0-4. He's pushing up with his airborne energetic. No, sorry, not energetic class. His inconspicuous class. Looking to maybe stun one. Nope. I think he's gonna back out. He's not gonna find anyone there at the moment. I think Waffle did die by one of the ace guys. Still waiting. Fearless is playing that corner like a sly man. Still looking for someone to push him. He does now spot one, and now he just backs out. Probably the best play he could have done. And Cobbs with a sniper waiting for the likes of one of the ace guys to push. See if Adam can maybe pick him up. Yes, Adam does.
Ooh, Adam
get
does.
the likes of Rob. Hypes picks up Fearless. It's Shocky. Is he gonna get timing with? Yes, he does get timing, unfortunately, with Adam. And it's all squared up once again. 3 apiece. Still can't call this.
I'm surprised that xF are keeping their own. I know they are, I'm saying it time and time again, but a bunch of dominant slayers, but I'm actually surprised that they're keeping up with Ace, as I thought Ace would have a clear lead because of how well they know each other and maybe the map itself, because as far as I know this is both Heat and Orbit's best map. So I'm very surprised that xF are actually keeping up with him.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see Hypes being the dominant one, just pushing right through. But I think player number 5, being Sharky, knows where Hypes is. Kovs picks up 3. We now probably telling his teammates, hey, just sit back. I've got this. And hopefully, nope, he does not. Yeah, Hypes takes care of him. He's in a left in a 1v3 situation. I think he's going to get pinched from both sides. He's going to get Fearless. Nope. Fearless turns around and guns Hypes. And gives his team now the advantage with only 1 round, and they score now 4-3, the likes of xFam.
Yeah, this is leaning more and more towards xFam, as I see the players are getting their rhythm back, and Heat going 0-5, unfortunately, not doing the best for his team, not carrying his own, as it's left to Hypes and Orbits to pick that up for him.
We'll see if Adam can pick up Fearless again with his sniper. I think both of them now throwing nades. One thing with Adam with the sniper is really deadly when it comes to it. As you can see, he's 9-4 currently, and still waiting for Heat, unfortunately, to pick up a kill. But Waffle yet again did fall as a first blood on the side of xFam. And if it's Nato being the aggressor once again, he's just pushing up. Oh, he does spot him. Yes, he does get that second kill. And it's all up to Hypes once again to clutch up a 1v3 situation. Hypes versus Sharky, Kovs and Fearless. We'll see if he can come out on top.
I think it's definitely possible. I wouldn't say it's out of the question. Unlikely, very. I don't see this round going the way of xF, of Ace at all. Nato playing over to Wood. He might just get Hypes from behind now. Oh, he's right there.
See, and
He
that's
does see him, but unfortunately wants to hit him.
pinched again. That's pinched again, and that's one thing when it comes to being in. Oh goodness. Drop shotting Fearless from behind, as Fearless now gets the kill there, and for the first time takes a 2-round advantage over the likes of Ace, and they're now 1 round away from closing it up here. If you think they're closing it up here, please let us know in the chat. I would like to think, or like to know what you guys think is this all but done already for the likes of Ace, or do you think or do you think Ace can come back and take this SND?
I think it's very unlikely. Again, it's possible, anything is possible in an S&D, but we see Cobbs ready with the first pick, but then gets shredded up by Hypes. And Heat still left with 0 kills.
Oh my goodness, I think going to get some flippin' timing there, as Waffle is at the back. Adam does spot him. Will Adam get the kill? Is he gonna get timing yet again? Oh, he does spot him. This is intense. This is a 1v3 situation. Waffle gets gunned by Orbit. He's left in 1v2. He needs to do something ASAP because
Pushed by Sharky, and Sharky shuts him down.
yeah, unfortunately that's the way the cookie crumbles, and the S&D goes to the likes of xFam, and they now have a series lead, or a map count lead of 2-0 over the likes of Ace. They're one map away from taking the Ace LAN / online against the likes of Ace here. And if they can do that, they pocket themselves a nice bit of cash there. And yeah, if Ace can maybe turn this around, reverse sweep xFam, the way xFam did that to them at the LAN themselves, and then we'll have a second best of 5. But really does not look like that will happen. But just knowing Ace, they're not a team that's going to give up easily. So we'll see if they maybe can crawl their way back and reverse sweep the likes of xFam.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I mean, we've seen this at the actual Ace LAN itself, winners final, how Ace got the 2-map lead on xFam, and xFam actually managed to bring that back and reverse sweep them. But this is swapped around, and I don't think that Ace will be able to go through with this and actually take the win from xFam. I think these guys are on fire. Heat maybe not having a lot of confidence in himself, as we did see him go 0-7 in that SND, so that might affect the overall gameplay as well. But I think Ace is just too strong to be stopped right now. xF is too strong to be stopped.
I do agree with you to some extent. xFam just looking like they are totally outslaying at the moment, and they've got Ace's number. Your playlist data is newer than the host. Okay, the host needs to maybe switch things up a bit. I think he has realized that. But yeah, the map count is 2-0 to the likes of xFam. One map away from taking the series and the Ace LAN / online and pocketing some nice cash there for them. See if we can maybe now join on them. Still not. See if we join now. Am I on him? Yes, I am on. Okay, so yeah, as I said, one map away. Reverse sweep, dream. I'll raise if that is the. I don't think that's too doable. Looking at the likes that xFam has in their roster, or the pickup roster, I could say. But don't count on Ace. Ace can maybe just pull off an upset. We'll hope so. Is Notorious hosting? No. Where did Adam now leave to? Don't know what's going on now, ladies and gentlemen. Just hang or bear with us. We'll be with that just now. Just a quick recap of the whole Ace LAN. Tonight was left with 3 teams. xFam was already in the grand final. It was Rawr and Ace in the losers bracket final, where Ace came out on top with a map count of 3-1, beating Rawr on that occasion, where now Ace has moved up to the grand final, where they're now facing xF, but xF has that commanding 2-0 map count lead. And Brendan, one thing for sure is the slaying power from xFam is not something you could stop too easy.
No, definitely not. I think that's maybe where Ace have not the disadvantage, but I feel like all the players in xF not only have a lot of experience, but overall they're just probably the 4 most dominant slayers in the community. I might be wrong, of course, just not saying they are the four, just saying some of the best. And I do agree with you saying that maybe they are the best out of each of their teams. So I think if Ace are going to bring this back, they are going to have a really, really tough time.
Yeah, this just looking back, the following 3 maps now is London Docks, Capture the Flag, London Docks, HP, London Docks, SND. So we're sticking to London Docks if Ace can take it all the way. But this is the map that Raw took away from Ace, where Ace won them 3-1, or beat them 3-1. So they really need to pitch up for this one, because I can tell you now the likes of xFam on this map is going to be heavily slay dependent with that PPSH, and Waffle maybe with the bringing out the AR. So if you, as I said before, if you can maybe keep control in that middle statue wheel, then you can cut off the likes of the side of docks, the side of gates, the side of fire and beer they call it. So if they can maybe keep control of that mid area, then it should be smooth sailing for the likes of Ace. But standing in front of them is this huge team of xFam. And I'm quickly looking at the chat. The scuff winner was announced last weekend already at the stream they had there. So that was already announced. Scuff is already given away. Yes, it's already given away. But yeah, please leave your prediction in the chat. I'll get to them as we go along with the CTF. Please retweet the stream. We'd like to get more bodies in here to see online competitive gameplay from the South African points of view. And I can see already Ray saying 7-5 to XF. So he's thinking this is a huge game from both sides, as it's an high score affair. What do you think, Brendan? High score?
Definitely. I think Ace, the confidence is just, I don't think they're having at the moment, especially Heat. I think after that SND, he's just completely shook. So I think XF being who they are really confident, maybe even cocky, I don't know, not necessarily a bad thing. But I think this should be quite the win for XF.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think with looking at the previous game that Ace played against Rawr on this map, that was all Rawr at one stage. So they need to pick up things as 2 players are down from the likes of XF. And it's Ace that needs to push up. Big kill there from Trubsy. Orbits will be looking to pick up Waffle, but Waffle turns and burns. And it's a 2v2 situation in the spawn. Oh, Kov's time's out. Unfortunately, if rules do serve me correctly, they can't stop this. He's unfortunately gonna have to join back. And this is a big thing now for Ace, as they need to take huge advantage now that Rob has unfortunately timed out. And Brendan completely shook. Who's catching with Delray? It's Natrick. Yeah, Brendan Natrick, thanks for helping me out in the stream, guys. But Natrick, this is huge for the side of Ace.
Yeah, I think if they need to make a play, they need to do it now. Because seeing as XF are 2 players down, I think this is the time where they need to just slay those 3 players out, maybe overpower them, push all together, and then start carrying that flag straight through middle, and just making passes like that over and over and over again.
Yep, they need to pull as quick as possible, as they do now have the man advantage. And I think if you're the team from xFam now, just sit back and make sure you get your kills. Wait for maybe Rob to join back, as oh my goodness, it's only Fearless left alive. He needs to come up clutch, but we can already see Heats is checking that gate area. And as I said before, if you got that mid area to control, you're most likely going to get a cap, and this is the first cap on board for the likes of Ace. All to do now from the likes of xFam.
Yeah, see, this is okay. Cobbs has now joined back, so this might be the turning point again for XF. So let's hope that they can bring this back now.
Yep.
We do see 2
Ace,
members of XF dropping.
Yeah, Ace did get that 1 kill while Kovs was timed out. So it's all the way up to xFam now to make a little comeback. Only one cap in this. So xFam did do a good job while Rob was away, and that's a good kill there from Trubsy. And they need to get way more of that to take a further advantage. We can see player number 3 being Sharky is right at the back here, trying to keep them off. But Trubsy and it's Skovs with a flag in his hand. We'll see what he can do.
It looks like we do see. What am I seeing here? Looks like my colors are a bit mixed up as I see both teams as both colors. So on the map I can not actually see who's carrying the flag. I'll have to look at numbers.
It's Heats and Kovs with the flags, but Orbits played that beautifully, getting that return flag, and Heats gets that cap, that also crucial cap. And if we jump on board with Heats, or with Trubsy actually, Trubsy is close to streaks. He definitely needs to play those streaks and give his team and hopefully a bigger advantage as Waffle gets the kill. Trubsy gets the trade. Now Smoke's coming in. Unfortunately not going to help him in that regard. And Hypes is now just playing a sneaky corner. Oh! Sharky just absolutely annihilates Hypes there on the floor. And looking good from the side of Ace so far.
Yes, I'm actually quite surprised at how... Ooh, Fearless actually does manage to take out Waffle. It's not the best thing you want to see. But it looks like Ace are actually managing their own, but we do see Kovs with the flag again. And I think this might be a cap. I think this might be a
look at it.
run home.
Look at it. Heats is still playing this slide corner there. Oh! But Waffle with the smarts there, getting rid of Heats in that corner. That was very crucial plays there from the likes of Waffle, taking care of Heats and Orbits there. So now Ace or xFam is going to be looking to pull even more, as it's Sharky with a shit nade there. I don't know what he's doing, but
Fearless actually turns on Trubs.
oh, and the nade's coming in there. Flag is still stationary. Well, look, Fearless gets gunned. It's all up to Waffle. Nope, and that's the round. Half time, 2-1 to the side of Ace, but it was crucial that timeout from Kovs there. That is the decider in this halftime, where Ace has a 1 cap lead. And just looking at this chat, do you think it's Ace going to take this, or do you think xFam is just going to run away like the likes of Rawr did in the second half of this London Docks CTF? Do you think it's all but over, Brendan?
I actually don't. I think that XF can manage to bring this back, but it looks like Ace maybe found their groove again. It looks like they've built up a bit of confidence and they're all pushing straight into fire right now.
Yes.
Might go for an early cap.
Yeah, they're looking to get that early cap, but Shark is shutting them down there. And then Kovs just comes from the pinch behind. Otto has some beautiful shots. I see he's 13 and 7. Currently the leading killer, you could say, from his side. Oh! Almost gets that burn there on the likes of Hypes. But the flag is pulled, and this looks like a cap straight off the back from XF. Oh, xFam, sorry.
And I'm actually, see, this is what I'm talking about. I think xFam can still bring this back because I've said this time and time again, but again, they're dominant slaying, and look at that. You actually see 3 players down on the side of XF now. Wait, okay, he actually manages to take 2 XF players down, but I just think that they're gonna start pumping the pace again, and I think that they can actually bring this back and get the win and end this in a 3-0 series.
Okay, we can see Heat right at the back. Is he gonna spot Rob? Nope. Rob does take care of him, so he now pushes up to give his teammate more control, and it's all up to Orbits, rotating all the way back, and he's gonna have to take care of Fearless and Sharky. See if he can do so, as all his teammates are now spawned up and giving him some help.
We actually see Ace successfully defending their base. Ooh, no way, Cobbs. Ooh, manages to get 2. Will he get the flag? He does. Oh, but gets shot down by Heat.
I think that was really good plays there, but Orbit nading Heat in some bizarre fashion, as there's no even players even close to them. We'll jump quickly on board with it is Sharky. Why can't I jump on board there? What's going on? Something is happening to my stream, yeah. Okay, but we're on board with Heat. Oh, the score streak coming in there. He
Sharky's
does.
plane actually protecting Fearless from Trubsy, which should result in a cap.
Yep, that's 4 down from the likes of Ace. And is it Ace that I'm? Yeah. My colors and everything is all switched up here. I don't know what's going on. But looks like Sharky's gonna.
Stuck in Skyview.
Yeah, Sharky is getting a cap here, and for the first time, xFam takes a lead over the likes of Ace. But Trubsy gun Sharky there. Big thing now is look at the score streaks that the likes of the xFam has. We can see Kov still has that fighter pilot. Sharky has the oh, gets a stuck there. It's a bombardment and the glide bomb. And Fearless still there with the leading kills, 17 and 12. Kov's 16 and 8 as he just falls. We jump on board with Hypes. The big thing for me, Brendan, is it really looks like there's so much chaos between Ace, is as if Ace can't read the likes of xFam, as xFam is just making plays after plays after plays, and we can see here with Fearless having the flag in his hands, where he's now going to get probably another cap, taking this two caps away from Ace.
Yes, I think Ace are playing very sloppy at the moment, because you can see 2 XF members will be defending the base, but then it's like Ace will be dealing into groups and then trying to rush that flag to in groups of 2, but you still have those XF members on flag, and they just keep getting taken out the whole time, and that's just feeding XF streaks, as you can see being used now.
Yep, and we can see unfortunately Sharky gets taken down by Heat's nades. Heat's nade, and Waffle still there. Oh, with the machine pistol almost get the kill there, but it's stopped for now. It's crucial timing. I do think it's all over here for the likes of Ace. 15 seconds left. The flag is pulled, and it's all home run. Orbits has left the game already. He knows it's over, and it's xFam closing it out. He's left as well. It is 5-2 to the likes of xFam as they take the Ace Gaming LAN / online, as they now close it out in a 5-2 fashion, even though Rob has timed out. He's 19 and 9, more kills than almost all of his teammates, and he has timed out. That's shocking, but well done from Ace. Ace takes the Ace LAN first place to them. Ace getting second place, but greatly fought from Ace. Ace a very good team to look out for. Well done to them, but even a greater how can I say achievement from the guys from xFam, taking that with quite ease, closing out with a clean sweep 3-0. Well done to Sharky, Fearless, Kovs and Waffle, making that look easy, and they now take a nice couple of I think it's a grand that they take away each, but yeah, well done from their side. And I think I can go check if my charcoal chicken has burnt while I was casting, but
Pretty sure it has.
yeah, I think it's totally destroyed. But I would like to thank Ace Gaming, Ace Gaming Org. Thanks to them for hosting this awesome LAN event that they'll have. I think it's every month or every 2 months. So if you'd like to take part in any of these LANs, do contact the Ace guys, and then maybe you can take part in some of their LANs. And I do once again thank them. I thank all of you that was watching this with me in the chat. Thanks for everything. Thanks, Brendan. It's always a good one casting with you. We'll definitely get back into this, as I know it's my second or third and it's your first, so we'll definitely get you back into this again. I know online there's a lot of online tournaments, online 2Ks, and yeah, so we'll definitely get back back with you on this, and thanks again.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, I couldn't cast as well as I would have because my cardcaster was completely messed up, never showing the actual player with the labels, my map being stuck, well, my actual view being stuck in sky view and all of that. So unfortunately, it wasn't the best, but hopefully next time it'll be better. And I think it's time that everyone in the chat, if they are still here, to go and tweet at waffle_xf and tell him that it's time for him to jump in the pool, as they did have a bet at the LAN that if they won, that Waffle should jump in the pool. So I think maybe
Yeah,
everyone should
tweet.
go and tweet at him, telling him that it's time to jump in the pool. He can't avoid that.
Yeah, okay, so thanks again, thanks to everyone. Please, before you leave, drop a like, please subscribe, it does help. And as I said when Brad was here, let's try and keep social media clean, as it is a big thing for Godzilla or esports in general, just to keep building forward, and hopefully we'll be there one day representing, or any team of us will be representing South Africa as a CWL team, hopefully. And yeah, thanks to all of you. I'll check you at the next one, and I do think that's in the couple of weeks to come, or even I think Sunday with the 2K. We'll see what happens, and I'll check you at the next one. Thanks for Ace, thanks to everyone that took part, and thanks to Brad yet again, and Brendan for joining me in this casting session. And I'll check you at the next one. Cheers.